Now I want y'all to think about how they just spoke about that like it's normal. But I'm gonna tell y'all something. When you don't grow up with a dad, you may end up doing rainbow activity like this.
Memories. All my memories is like, I remember when you fell asleep and Omar sleep with his eyes open like that.
Yeah.
And me, him, and Tupac Shakur was hanging out because y'all did Juice together.
Oh my goodness.
And Omar sleeping
you really
like
bring
this.
this up?
And what people don't know about Pac is like he was a funny dude.
He was a funny
Omar
dude.
sleeping like that. And Omar and Pac went and took his.
And I hope you're doing super. What are we going over today, K-Boss?
Hey, DJ!
Marlon Wayans publicly confronts Omar Epps about this rainbow activity with Tupac on the set of Juice. What the?
Oh my God!
Shout out to Book of Alpharonomy, Dr. BOA goes in on some of the behaviors of what's going on with this whole beefing with 50 Cent.
Why you tripping, Debo? Sure. Fuck, I knock your ass out.
Oh man, that's messed up. What you getting back his chain?
What chain?
Shout out to Hollywood News that reports saying 50 Cent said about 6 days ago, I am not beefing with Marlon no mo. He not funny. I don't know. And I'm starting to think he a mook for real. For those who don't know what a mook is.
In slang, a mook is a derogatory term for a foolish, insignificant, incompetent, or contemptible person. Essentially a jerk, idiot, or goon, often used dismissively or as a general insult for someone lacking common sense or acting stupidly. The term gained popularity with the Three Stooges and can also refer to generic henchmen in games, but its primary use is as an insult for a foolish individual.
50 Cent is using some real terminology here. So let's go and take a listen to this.
So, I'm going to make it abundantly clear. I'm not here defending Diddy. I am here because I got dragged into this because somebody asked me a question and I had an opinion. Nobody's wrong for giving an opinion about any subject.
Okay.
Period. I'm not here defending Diddy. Don't let the narrative fool you or get to you once again. Somebody's creating narratives. This is my point. So please look at the whole clip that I did and then look what happens with the narrative.
Okay. Now, I understand this. Two things can be true at the same time. Marlon has his narrative about the documentary that 50 Cent has a narrative saying his comments or his opinion on what's going on is being manipulated in a way to where it fits the narrative they're trying to push. So if that is true, does that mean Marlon is doing the same thing with this video as well? Isn't he trying to portray his narrative because somebody else has a narrative about somebody that is in the public eye, baby oil face, and then 50 Cent is pushing his narrative about what Baby Oil Face was doing, and then Marlon was asked about it, something, and then he put his little 2 cents in his narrative, and then the whole narrative is all of a sudden a beef. What?
And that's what I'm telling you. Y'all people don't be sheep. Use your brain, use your freedom of thought, freedom of speech, and don't ever let nobody bully you. Never. Don't let nobody bully you. You got me? Love. Now back to trolling this troll.
So wait a minute. He basically is insulting us, saying we don't use our brain, right? And that right there to me makes me feel a certain kind of way. I could see why 50 Cent is saying this. And I went to go research, and I remember an interview back in the day by Chameleonaire. Listen to this.
But one time 50 Cent had like dissed me. I was at MTV and I saw him walking in the hallway. He looked at me and then he grabbed me and pulled me in the room. So everybody probably thought he was gonna like hurt me or something. But he was like, listen, man, you know, I threw you an alley-oop and you didn't dunk it. What you talking about? He's like, listen, man, I said this about you. If you would have responded, you would have been on the front page of that newspaper if you would have said that back to me. Because I'm the biggest.
Marlon probably saw that, and then I was like, what's Marlon got going on? What projects does he have? And so it looks like here, Marlon got some things coming up, right? Starring in a supernatural horror film, Him, in 2025. I don't watch movies. I haven't watched. I mean, I watch them, but I'm not hip to what's going on. I really try to stay away from Hollywood, especially. There's a few actors that I would watch, and I'll tell you right now, Marlon Wayans is nothing of his I would watch. I don't watch anything. The only Wayans brother I would actually pay attention to would be Damon, and if Keenan did something, because Keenan, the way he does his stuff, like "I'm gonna get you, sucker," and all this other stuff, he really was funny. But Damon, personality wise, and I think Marlon has always been in Damon's shadow and seeking attention as Negro or a mook, as 50 would call him. But he does have some stuff that's out currently. And for me, as I'm researching these things, Googling him helps his whole persona, his whole thing, um, building a buzz for his upcoming movie, Scary Movie 6. And then Ride or Die? Hmm, interesting. So that led me down that rabbit hole of finding out. We all know what 50 Cent's doing because he did the documentary, right? So it helps the documentary out. And then him, how do we not know behind closed doors 50 Cent didn't throw old Marlon an alley oop here? Because what does Marlon have to do with it? I don't get it. But anyway, I digress.
A few moments later.
Martin, have you seen that the documentary, the 50 Cent? No, I haven't seen it yet. For Diddy? I haven't seen it. Oh man, you working hard. Everybody telling me you gotta see it. Yeah. I haven't seen it. Yeah. Probably don't want to see it. You probably don't. Because it's all skewed, man. Like when you put stuff together, you create whatever narratives you want to, and at the end of the day, everybody being programmed. You know, right now the man's serving time. Right. You know, he went before the court. The court said this, and everything is God. Well, God said this is what he got to do. He got to do 5 years in pen. Let him do his 5 years.
All right, what's good, YouTube? It's your man, Book of Afro Running Man, a.k.a. Dr. BOA. Yep, I got time today.
I got time too. And let's move on to the actual shot at hand with the video. And please do check out Dr. BOA. He's a really great content creator. It's really good stuff. And I want to get to this. I don't want to steal all his thunder.
There's a clip that someone sent me of him and Omar Epps. And they just talking, man, on a podcast. And what this guy says about Omar Epps and Pac's interaction, it just goes to show you that he has no understanding of how to read the room. He doesn't care. Anything to get a joke, anything to get a laugh, anything to add some shock value to something. But this is the most rainbow thing that I've ever heard happening. And for him to call it out like this, first of all, why Pac in here to defend himself? And also, why Omar Epps is right here looking at him like, dog, why in the hell would you bring this up? Y'all listen to this clip, man, and we'll come back and chop it up on a real tip.
Sweet memories. All my memories is like, I remember when you fell asleep and Omar sleeping, his eyes open like that.
Yeah.
Oh my God! And me, him, and Tupac Shakur was hanging out because y'all did Juice together.
Oh my goodness.
And Omar sleeping
you really
like
bring
this.
this up?
And when people don't know.
Now, look at the body language of these two. They are locking eyes. They locking eyes. Right? He's like, "You gonna bring this up?" And he's smiling, like, I don't know if it's a angry smile. Because sometimes you can smile angrily, and he over here, I think he's reading him like, okay, I can tell the story. Because why would you do this in front of the whole world?
Well, Pac is like he was a funny dude.
He was a funny
Omar
dude.
sleeping like that, and Omar and Pac went and took his balls and put them out and put them right near Omar's mouth, so it looked like Omar's like that.
What's the definition again?
Related links. Mook definition and meaning, Merriam-Webster noun. Mook. Slang. A foolish, insignificant, or contemptible person. Merriam-Webster. Mook, Wiktionary, the free dictionary, slang, U.S.
So, insignificant? Huh. You doing insignificant stuff. See, the thing about it is, and now that I'm starting to understand how family members work, especially when you have a family full of celebrities. Like, if you talk about Wayans brothers, the Wayans brothers, who do you think of first? Damon Wayans, for me. What about you? And I think Marlon, deep down inside, resents his brother because he gets all the shine. And Damon hasn't really done anything big. And Marlon is still doing stuff. Do you think of Marlon first? Do you think of Keenan? Or do you think of Damon? Put it in the comments. When you hear Wayans brothers, who do you think of first? Put that in the comments.
I remember one time.
Why did you just do that?
I don't know. Because you're talking about all these sad memories. My love, passion, and I remember the baby's born and the umbilical cord and the shape of it. Oh, nigga, where's the jokes? Come on now. We had some good times.
I was mad at Pac for that, though. I was super mad. Like, yo.
How mad were you? Huh? Where were you at, Mr. Omar Epps? Were you that mad?
Son, you really gonna do that?
Yeah, but you always get mad.
Nah, I'm playing. I'm just playing. Allegedly. Joke.
You ain't gotta. You gotta work.
Now, I want y'all to think about how they just spoke about that like it's normal. But I'm going to tell y'all something. When you don't grow up with a dad, you may end up doing rainbow activity like this.
Rainbow activity for show. Now, I was going to bring up Tupac, but he's not here to defend it. But in his own words.
Things like that. My father was a hustler, street hustler, I think he, sold drugs and everything. And how did they get together is beyond me. But he just saw her as a woman doing something, and But so my mother and father both had bad childhoods, and I never knew who my father was. I met him, but he died, and that was horrible. But got over that. My mother it's like she actually did take me through life. When I discovered something, first I rebelled against her because she was in a movement and we never spent time together because she.
So, shout out to Dr. BOA about bringing in information about this, and I don't know what to think.
Oh my God!
right now I'm going through?
Emotional, damn it!
Because why are we doing this to each other? As black men, why is it the entertainment brothers doing this to each other? When we're supposed to uplift each other. But then you want to bring up funny ha-ha moments. That is it really ha-ha? Putting your junk in somebody's face while they sleeping? Is that what it is now? I'm out. This is K-Boss.